So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a sortable table using just HTML, vanilla JavaScript, and a little bit of CSS. So by the end of this video, we'll have a table. Whenever you click on the headers, the columns will sort. Now, to get started, you do need an algorithm in which you'll be sorting based off of. For that, I'm going to shamelessly steal a sortable algorithm in a template from the w3schools.com, and I'll be sure to post this link in the description. So in the example they provide, if you click on the sort button, it will sort the first column, but it's not able to sort the headers. So to get started, I'm just going to copy their JavaScript function, and then I'm going to paste it into my own JavaScript file. I've already done this. And then I'm also going to create a basic table using HTML tags where I have my header as my table ID with the class name of table. And that's just for the bootstrap. I have a header with a couple rows. And then I have a button, so once you click, it will sort the first column just as it is demo example we started with. So this is the result. So what we want to do is we want to be able to click on the headers in order for it to update. To do this, we first need to add event listeners to the headers. So to do this, I'm going to first target all my event header, all my table headers. So th equals document get element by ID, or I'm sorry, by tag name, and the tag we're targeting is th. Okay. So for I'm create a local variable. So let c equals 0. C, while it's less than the length, since this returns a array of the th tag, and then C, and I'm going to add 1, so C++. And then I'm going to do th. I need to target one of these items. So since I have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, so it should be 0, 1, and 2. So I should have a total of 3 items. So for C, dot add event listener, it's a click event item. So basically whenever someone clicks on one of the headers, I want them to call this function, which is item C, and I haven't made that function yet. So this function of item, I want it to return another function, which is going to be my actual event listener. So within this function, I want to return another function that's not going to accept any parameters. And for this, I'm going to just do console.log C. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to refresh my page. I'm going to click on my headers. So I'm clicking on column 0, 1, and 2. 1, 0, 2. So you get to see whenever I click on the column, it's calling that function. All right. Now that we know it works, instead of doing console.log, I wanted to actually call the sort table function. So I'm going to just do sort table. And I'm just going to go back and refresh it. And now whenever I click on state, it sorts it. But as you see here, it will only sort the first column, no matter what column I click on. So we want to get that changed. So what I want to do is I want to pass in the column I'm clicking on. So in this case, it's column C. Or in this case, it's my variable that I'm holding in C. So we look at this algorithm, what it's doing is it's targeting the get element by ID, which is my table, which is what we have here. So it's creating a flag of true if it needs to switch. And while switching is true, it's going to keep going through. You switch the flag to false. You get all the row items in the table. And you don't want to sort on the first row, so you do -1. And then if you should switch, it would be false. Here's taking the tag names of the first 2 rows and focusing on column 0. We want to change this to C because we wanted to change whenever we click on a different column. So once it compares those two rows in the column we select, it's going to lowercase the inner HTML. And if the first one is greater than the second one, then the value it returns is true, which will then break the while loop and go down to the if statement. And the if statement will move the smallest row in front of the largest row, which creates this flag of switching back to true, which causes it to go through the loop again. So this is a lot like a bubble sort. But again, we're not going to go too much into sorts because that could be, sorting could be a video all on its own. We just want to focus on sorting the HTML tables. So I'm going to switch back to my table here. And I'm going to click on state. And it looks like I have an error here. So let me just see what it is. C is not defined. Okay, I didn't pass in C to my function. So I'm calling the sort table with my variable C, which goes into the function, which is being called here. And then it should work this time. So let me just save this. Switch back. Refresh my page. And try it again. So the first column is sorted, the second column sorted, and the third column sorted. And we obviously don't need this button anymore. So let me just go back to my HTML code, remove the button. And that is how we create a sortable table only using HTML and JavaScript. I am going to post this code online so anyone will be able to access it. I just think it's a pretty good skill just to be able to create your own sorting algorithm and apply to a HTML table. Thank you.